Hi everyone, I'm recording myself solving 25 minutes of puzzle. This time specifically is to train for national qualifier competition which will happen in a month. So let's see how many puzzles I can solve. I'm going to start the 25 minutes timer right now. White. White to move. There's no check. The first candidate move that came to mind, knight takes d4. Bishop takes g2. Knight takes... I was thinking a possibility of knight g5, knight takes f7, then king takes, and then queen comes right away to h5, but after blocking there doesn't seem to be any meaningful follow-up. So let's focus on knight takes, bishop takes. This square is really juicy to have a knight place, but that is more like positional. Oh, if I can land my knight here, it is a checkmate. So, how do I land my knight here? I have to go through here. Here doesn't seem to be possible because the pawn can takes. Or from here. But I don't see a direct way to land. Possibly after taking the knight and then bishop takes, I can land my knight here. Threatening this, he has to take care of it. Yes, I think this could be the solution. Exploiting the weak square on d6. Knight takes, bishop takes, knight jump, saving the knight from recapture. When he has to do something about this, let's say by moving the knight probably, or a pawn push, I can recapture the bishop, so I win a knight and a bishop, and I'm losing a bishop. That should be the solution. Yes. Let's go. Next one. One check on g2 or b2, not g2. Pardon my coordinates. If I have a supporting piece attacking g2, let's say if my knight is here, this is a checkmate. That's one observation. My rook doesn't seem to be contributing anything, but my knight look pretty active. Both of my knights. There's one more check here. Doesn't seem to be meaningful right now. This rook is a little bit out of place. Let's say if I can get my queen on this diagonal, then maybe I can do some kind of double attack. But let's consider creating a... After taking here, capture doesn't seem to be that meaningful. There is... Okay, let's... My knight can pounce on here with an... Hypothetically, if this pawn does not exist, then my knight can pounce here. So let's consider this. Knight here, pawn takes. My three main candidates. Firstly, this one threatening checkmate, and knight b3. So this one I will consider last. Doesn't seem to be that meaningful right now. Takes, check, then there's nothing. Okay, let's consider here. How would he protect? Probably by c3, or c4 seems to be the only way. Or probably even the rook runs away. Check, queen blocks. Huh. This sack would be meaningful if only I don't have a pawn over here, so I can probably involve my rook in. But is there anything in this puzzle? Of course there's anything, but how do I spot it? What should I look for? That is some question that I should keep asking. Is it probably to sneak my queen inside here? But it would take me so many moves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe if I can get rid of this pawn here. Or if I capture this pawn. But how do I do that? If I capture this pawn, they cannot retake due to mate over here. But should I not look for mate? Takes, check, takes, then what? Okay, let's consider another check. This one doesn't seem to be that meaningful. And what about this one? Takes. If pawn takes, then I can pounce on the fork. But what if... Oh, the queen can't take... Yeah, this should be the solution. The queen can't take. The knight is attacking that pawn as well. So check. This has to be. The king moves is a checkmate. Okay, this has to be the solution. Double checking. Using this knight is more meaningful because I maintain this threat over here when the pawn takes. Okay, this has to be the solution. Yeah, just next. The king looks so tasty in a Ginger GM would say this is a trap in a box or in a cage. But how should we execute him? If I can get my pieces in this diagonal, oh yeah, it could be simply this. If I can get either my bishop or my queen in this diagonal, then the king is toast. So first idea, queen sack, knights, takes, bishop here. That's the only way. Yeah, the bishop can block, but this square is not protected. I can just take. Yeah, that should be it. Checkmate. Next. Is there a mate? That looks like to be a mate. My rook, my queen, my bishop, the queen, the king is in the corner. There's one, the one away, one square away from promoting, so I should do something about. Okay, let's consider the only check, the only meaningful check. There's two check, but I would consider rook a4 first, king b1. Now I can involve my queen like this. Not here first because the queen can just take, and then rook takes, and then white will promote. So check, king here or here. Let's consider here. So the queen can dive in. King here. Now what? I feel like I'm kind of helping the king out to like run away to the center, to a safe place maybe. If I can hypothetically get my queen, teleport him all the way to either this rank, that would probably be meaningful, although there is a block here, but my rook can do some kind of a pin. One other check that I can consider, I did not say this in the beginning, probably just here, queen here, the only move. I mean, the queen can block, but it will be checkmate. Queen here, king here, queen here, king here, checkmate. King here, queen here. What if the king goes back? Another thing is I can involve my bishop. Yeah, that could be. Okay, let's consider queen here, king here, bishop here, rook takes. If the rook doesn't take, it's a checkmate. And it's no, it's not checkmate. The queen is guarding this square. Okay, let's stay with the. Let's stay focused on one line. Queen here, king here. Queen here. King a3 is a checkmate. So after queen here, after queen e6, king back to a1. What would be the follow-up? Now rook check. Let's say king b1. Queen comes in, queen blocks, the only move. Queen check, queen blocks, or rook blocks. This feels more complicated. My calculation feels more complicated than it needs to be. Okay, let's firstly stick with rook a4. King here. Check. If queen here, I can pin the queen. Queen takes. Promote, I can take. Okay, let's consider that. King b1. Check. Queen blocks. Rook bishop here. Okay, what if the queen here, king here? So my rook is now here, my queen is here. Where is the killing blow? There are too many checks is the problem with this puzzle. But there are too many good moves. We end up making none. Okay, firstly maybe we can directly discount this as the bishop blocks, even if I can take queen check, bishop blocks, takes with queen, queen takes, rook takes, promote. So I can discount the queen direct involvement. So feels like I have to calculate rook a4 first. Rook a4. Even this line okay, let's see. I have calculated queen c2. Now what about king b2? What is the follow-up? Well, my rook can always come back. Takes my rook. Check. If the queen moves, I can do a check and then grab the pawn. Check. Directly queen b2. King b2. If I go straight king, queen b4, the queen can take. I have to take back and they will promote. I have no way to solve king b2. Even king b1 is doubtful. Maybe I should involve my bishop somehow. Or maybe my calculation is too convoluted. Going to let's exhaust the possibility one way. Rook a4. King here. What about bishop check, bishop a3 check, deflecting the queen away probably, and then I can sneak in side, but the king can just run away, no? Is there a simple mate that I'm missing? Really? There's no way I can do a quiet move without letting the pawn promote? Maybe I just have to guard this square by letting the queen come over. But is there any purpose to do it this way? Let's say, of course, a very extreme possibility, the pawn promote I can take, we check, the queen has to cover, I can easily win the game with the rook pin. But, okay, let's consider this. Queen e4, what should be the follow-up? There doesn't seem to be any immediate threat, because the b1 square is guarded. Let's consider this again. Rook here, queen here, check, guarding the square. If queen blocks, it's immediately a pin and a win, I think, because this square is well guarded by the rook. Rook here. Now, rook here, king b1, check, king b2. Anything I'm missing here? Any check on this diagonal would probably be blocked by the bishop, and even if I take the bishop, the pawn simply promotes. Rook a4, king b1, check, king b2. The king looks so exposed, but this nothing seems to. There's no. I cannot find any forcing moves afterwards. Queen checks, queen takes, rook takes, promote. Okay, I'm running out of time, but I'd like to spend a little bit more time on this. Feels like I should be able to get it. This is frustrating. It could be. It could be Queen F6, opening up the route to Queen A6. I was just talking about teleporting my queen to this file. Perhaps that could be it. Okay, let's take a look again at this line. Check. Queen blocks will be definitely mate. Check. Bishop blocks. I dismiss this possibility just because of the bishop blocks, but I forget that I can slide my queen to a6, which will force the queen to block, where I can just slid my rook in. Queen takes rook, queen takes queen on a4, and this square is still well guarded. I think that should be it. Okay, I spent long enough. So rook blocks. In that case, this would still work. Oh, okay. Queen in. Queen in. Still will work, isn't it? Rook in. Rook blocks. Takes the rook. Queen takes with check. Whoa, I'm surprised it doesn't use the bishop. I mean, did I miss anything? I hope not. Yeah, why do they use a bishop? What? Isn't this a promotion with a check? What? Oh wow! Okay, so I'm up a bishop here. Even though I'm up a bishop, it's already showing negative. There's a mate in 18. Okay, let's see what's the follow up here. This is a lot of difference between an exposed king and a safe king. Okay, I went over time, but I'm glad I'm solved this puzzle. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.